What are the 5 most important buildings in Call of Dragons? So let me talk about this here with you guys and give you guys some advice, because this is a perfect time whenever there is the event called City of Splendor. This is an event that will require you to use your speed ups to gain ranks within the game. So as of today, I've already pushed a few buildings in here. So I'm going to talk about this today. As you can see, I have 37,000 points already. 1 minute equals to 1 point. So the first important building within the game is going to be your City Hall, the Sacred Hall. You need your Sacred Hall to be at a high level so that you can unlock further buildings and increase your level, and also unlock other research, because you need to increase your Sacred Hall or your City Hall. Now, this is very important, and not just about, being the prerequisite needed for every building, but you also get, increased Legion capacity, and also increases the Legion queue. What that means is that whenever you send a march in here, this is where you're wondering, like, oh, why is my march on like 20k or 30k or 40k or 50k? This is one of the biggest part about your progress within the game when you upgrade your City Hall. So increasing your City Hall is very important. And then, as you can see, I have 5 marches in here. That is also a key factor for the City Hall. As you can see, as I've reached to City Hall 22, as we have progress into Metropolis, we are now able to get 5 marches. So with having 5 marches, you can fight 5 marches in the battlefield, or you can farm with 5 marches in the battlefield, or maybe you can do 2 fighting and then 3 farming, something like that within your strategy. Now, another building that is very important in the game is going to be the Alliance Center. Alliance Center, for me, this is one of the most important one, because as soon as I upgrade my City Hall, I go ahead and upgrade my Alliance Center. Because when you upgrade your Alliance Center, you are going to get more Alliance help chances in here. Help chances is whenever you upgrade a building or you do a research in here. As you can see, we got 30 out of 30, and we've reduced about 1 hour and 33 minutes for this specific research, or for the policy, I guess. So that's very important to work on. Now, another thing that is very important to work on, the third one in here, I should say, is going to be your research. Your research is another thing that is very important, which in this video, you're going to see that I'm going to upgrade this. Now, the research is very important because you have, increased research speed bonus in here. So whenever you upgrade your research building or your academy center in here, you're going to basically have a reduction of time to all the research that you're going to be doing. So I want to reach to level 25 in here so I can get 25% onto my research speed bonus in here. And whenever you reach into City Hall 21, you get your academy in here, or your research center 21, you can then unlock your T4. I think T3 is like 16. And then, of course, the 25, you're going to be unlocking your T5 in here. As you can see, one of the prerequisites for the research in here is to get to 25. Let's see, where is it? Right here for the scholarship. Right here, if you see, I need to get my elk riders, it needs to be a 25 research center. So we got the first 3 that are very important. What are the other important buildings within the game? So another very important building within the game is your hospital. When you upgrade all your hospitals in here, by the way, the hospitals provides a lot of power. So you got 4 of them. So you got to imagine this times 4 of these, right? So the hospital is really good. Once you max this out, you're going to get this, 5.5% HP bonus. So basically when you get all 4 of them, you get 2% HP bonus within the game. Now, another thing to indicate in here is that the elixir production and daily resource healing, your capacity also increase. So this is very important. So to upgrade your hospitals, if you want to get more healing done, you want to upgrade the hospitals. Now, the 5th buildings that are very important, there's 5 of them in here. All your training units are very important to upgrade as well. The reason why is because, once you max this out in here, you're going to get 2% overall defense bonus. And you see, when you go over here to the elk riders, you're going to get overall attack bonus. You're just basically getting bonus from your units in here. So for the infantry, you're going to get, attack bonus as well. So each one is kind of different in here. For the mage, you're going to get HP bonus. For the flying unit, what do we get for flying unit? For the flying unit, you're going to get overall defense bonus in here. Now, a few other buildings that are very important as well, into upgrading your other buildings is your rally center as well. To get this to level 25 is quite expensive. One thing that you can do with this is really grind a lot of forts, but for the most part, you have to spend your gems if you want to rush it. And then also your watchtower in here, which I have already working on in here as well. This is also very important as well, but I wouldn't say it's more important than the other buildings that we've talked about. But you do need your watchtower to be 25 before you can get your research center to 25 in here. And by the way, this is the amount of resources that you need for your research center. So as you can see, it's pretty expensive in here to get this to 25. All right. So these are some of the very important ones. Yeah, your wall is also critical. One thing I should say, for defense, you really want to work onto your wall and to your watchtower. This adds a little bit of an extra layer. Although, something that I should say is that even if you have a maxed out wall and a watchtower, it doesn't guarantee full protection because you need good heroes within the game as well. Without good heroes within the game, no matter how strong your walls are, it will break down and you will get destroyed. But it just gives you an extra layer of defense. So that's something to kind of note here for Call of Dragons. So as soon as I get my help here completed, I will then proceed into working onto my School of Sage and upgrade this. Now, one thing that is very important to note also, whenever you're making an upgrades, make sure that you have a rune. The rune helps you out significantly, reducing the building speed. And also, there is something in the research in here, the architecture. This is very important. I got the architecture 1, and then we got architecture 2 maxed out in here. So that is something to work on. Now, after I get my city hall to 25, I will then work on my scholarship as well in here and get it to 10 so that I can basically have a better research, onto my T5. So you can't research your T5 regardless anyway without your scholarship to 10. So, but it's still good to get it to 10 right away before working on to other few things in here. My biggest advice to many players within the game is that do not rush going to T5 if you don't have to. If you're really rich and you have a lot of money, then I would say, yeah, you can go for it. But if you're going to be casually spending, you're not going to, you may have the money for it, but you don't want to do it. I would say don't rush it. Do what I do. My strategy, I think, is very practical to many players within the game. I try to compete as much events as I can. So as you can see in the City of Splendor, nobody who is T5 can compete with this anymore. So they limit themselves from getting rewards. So they pretty much got a lot of rewards from the early stages in Season 1. And now they can't compete in City Splendor or any research events. While me, I can still compete even if I win second or third, but I'm still winning. But if I win first, of course, it's better that way. So that is another strategy that I can provide you guys. As you can see, I am T4 with a max out Emery's, max out Bakshi, and a max out Valine, which kind of proves to you that my strategy is indeed very effective within Call of Dragons. So one thing to note while I'm waiting for the help bar in here, I'm glad that you guys are watching until here though. You're getting a lot of information, honestly. I hope you guys can share this video to your teammates as well. But here's the thing. I think for my strategy for this event, I will just push my academy center in here into 25. I will complete it. You're getting 300k power. But I think for these Herbalist Hut, I will not push them into 25 because you do get a lot of power for this. I'm going to wait for whenever there is an event for building power event instead of pushing into the minutes because I can get more rewards into that sense. But I do want to get T5. I got one hospital to 25. I don't need the other 3 to 25 to get my T5. So that's my plan in here. All right, so let's see. All right, we got 30 out of 30 for help now for the watchtower. While I have my minor construction in here, I will be completing this. I am pretty much going to be dipping into my universal speed ups in here, which is absolutely okay in my opinion because, we got to do what we got to do, right? We got to do what we got to do. All right, so this 11-day, we have a 7-day in here. We'll do a 7-day, 15 hours, and then there we go. All right. Boom. All right. Before we do this, I want to take a quick picture of this. All right. So that's like about 20 minutes in here. Let's finish this up. We're getting so much closer into getting T5. There we go. Boom. Done. Let's collect this. Now we can upgrade the School of Sage. We're going to buy this Master Blueprint, 2,000 gems. There we go. And then we gotta get all these upgraded, and then we gotta get all of these resources as well, which we have plenty of resources within the game. So we gotta consume all of that. Boom, done. All right, and we're gonna click upgrade while we have the rune, which is good. Click upgrade, get some help, and then boom, bada bim, bada boom. There we go. And then on the rankings in here, as you can see, we are now on 3rd. I will speed this up once it's done getting help. And then let's see where we end up into the rankings. And after that, if I lose onto the rankings, I'm not going to go crazy and push myself into winning first place, because my main goal is to win as much event. Say if I win like 2nd place onto this ranking, I get 12. Say I win another 2nd ranking onto the other one, then I get 24. You know, pretty much winning a first rank, rather than if I give everything all out in one. Let's say I won this 20 in here, then the next day, the next event, I can't compete, right? You know, if I push in one only. So if I can get 22 for 2 events, you know, extra 2, it's okay. It's not too bad in my opinion. All right. So we will see. You know, I have a little strategy in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to capture every single moment of it, but the thing that I can do is just give you a little bit of guidance, and some of the things in here is like a bit of a common sense into your strategy as well. So let's see, after I get my help, where we land onto this you know, School of Sage once I finish the upgrade for this one. All right, so as you guys can see, we got our help, and let's take a look into the City of Splendor ranking right now. We're pushed into 5th right now. Somebody made a huge push. See, I'm not trying to compete for this. I just want to get my minutes. I just want to get my research get going in here. So wherever I land, I land. So I'm going to go and finish this. If I end up getting first, then I get first. But let's go use this. See, I'm really dipping into a lot of my speed ups by this time. Let's use all the building speed ups in here. We don't need that. And then we're going to dip into universals. That's a lot. There we go. We're going to use it. And 60 minutes, 30 minutes, and then 15. I think, yeah, there we go. And then 15, and then 1 minute in here. So where does that place us? It put us at 4th in here. So if I lose this, it is what it is. If I get 4th to 10, maybe that's okay. We get 4 of the G2. I don't want to push it too much in here. We got a nice bundle in here. 3-hour research speed, and as well as 60-minute research speed. I might take them up in this offer for $50. So I might buy that one just in a little bit in here. So now we can see that we can work onto some of our technology, which I will be doing it right now. But one thing that I will be doing first is I'm going to get this scholarship. So I'm going to work onto this container upgrade first. I'm going to look for what is it called? A rune that is going to help me in here. So, you know, we'll need a rune to perform our research in here. So I'm just going to look for it, see if I get one. If not, you know, I'll probably work on something smaller instead for the meantime. But it looks like we don't have a research rune, so I'll just work on something small. But I will decide later on if I really want to push this, because I can technically win this if I want to, at least. I can upgrade a few things in here as well. I can upgrade my resource buildings as well to work on, just to get the minutes in here. So I'll probably work on this just to get some minutes for trying to compete for this reward for the event. But the whole point of this video is that I want you guys to understand that sometimes you can't win, sometimes you can win. Just understand that you just got to push what you can, and, you know, stagger and do it slowly. Don't need to rush it. Get more, you know, rewards rather than getting one event win of 20. If you can get, like, you know, many times in here without really trying to push too far and get rewards. So for me, I've gotten a lot of the heroes maxed out. So let me explain this in a better sense. So for example, if I can compete 10 times and win onto, let's say, 4 to 10 rank without consuming a lot, right? 10 times compared to 1 times, you know, winning first place. Because sometimes when you're trying to win first place, you go over and beyond and it's too much. You're competing with somebody and you just overspend, overuse all your items. So that's basically my point in here. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. If you guys want to see more contents for us with Call of Dragons, consider subscribing and turn your notifications on. Anyway, my friends, I'll see you guys again next time. This is Road to T5. Soon enough, we will have T5 in Call of Dragons.